morning, y'all. It's Christy with Gen-X Gypsy, and I am doing another of what I eat in a day vegan keto version. I just woke up and I peed on my little stick, so let's see what our ketones look like for today. Okay, it looks like I'm around a trace, not quite up to small. I did have a weekend where I was not super strict with my keto, so I think I'm having to get back into ketosis this morning. And hopefully today's eating more vegan keto will help me do that. So while I'm drinking my 20-ounce bottle of water, which I drink every morning first thing when I get up, I'm going to fix me a little green tea to have as a little warm me up. It is a little chilly out this morning, so I'm hoping that this will do the trick. Hey y'all, it is about 12:20 and I am just getting back from my 5-mile walk with my friend. So it's time for some coffee because I haven't had any yet today. If you watched my video from last week, which if you haven't had a chance to, I will put a link above or below somewhere. I do make a bulletproof coffee when I drink my coffee in the morning, or as it is today, the afternoon, I guess. And I add coconut oil. I did find this cool new keto syrup at Home Goods the other day that has some MCT oil in it. It does have more calories, but it's still 0 net carbs. The skinny syrups usually have 0 calories and 0 net carbs. This does have 10 calories per tablespoon, but 0 net carbs. So if you're worried about calories, it might be something to think about. But I used it yesterday. It's pretty good. It's not sweet tasting as the other skinny syrups are, so I do add a little bit of stevia in there as well. I also use my collagen. Okay, we're going to use my little frother and froth this right on up. Add my coffee. Like I said, I'm going to add a little bit of stevia to this one, my favorite, the French vanilla. Oh my God, so good. Love my coffee. Well, y'all, it is almost 3 o'clock and I am finally getting around to eating my first meal today. Just kind of got lost in getting some editing done for my next on Tuesday, which you'll see this one on Wednesday. So anyway, a little bit of a time warp there. I did have my second cup of coffee right around 1:30. So it's been about an hour and a half and I am starting to get a little hungry. I am going to make myself a tofu scramble. I'm excited to use this new thing that I just got. I've spent years pressing my tofu under books and other heavy objects. So I am excited to use my new little tofu press. So I am using this high protein organic tofu from Trader Joe's. It is a little carb heavy. Let's see, so this has about 3 net carbs per serving. There are supposed to be 5 servings in here. I am going to try to divvy it up so I get 2 servings and leave the rest for another meal later this week. Okay, so this is my first time using this and it came with no instructions. So I'm just going to guess how this goes. I'm going to wrap it up in the little linen thing that it came with, and then we're going to stick it in the box, and then we're going to press. It looks like you just press it down and you just use your muscles to press out the moisture. It had pretty good reviews, so I am curious to see how it actually works. Maybe if I had started this a little earlier, I might have stuck it in here and then stuck a couple of heavy things on top of here. I will say the price was right. This was like, I don't know, around $7, and most of the other tofu presses that had really good reviews were closer to like $30. And I was like, I don't really need to spend $30 to press my tofu. I've been using books for years, so we would try this out. I will put some links below on some of the stuff that I use, just in case you're interested. Okay, well, it actually seems pretty dry, so kind of happy with that. If you've never made a tofu scramble before, it is like one of the easiest things to do. It's kind of almost like scrambling an egg. Just put your butter in the pan and get that all heated up. So I'm going to use some of the Earth Balance organic and get that heated up. I am going to saute up some mushrooms and spinach to be in the tofu scramble as well. I like to get my mushrooms really nice and brown, so I'm going to put those in first and let them start cooking a little bit before I add the tofu, and then I will add the spinach last so that it just gets kind of barely wilted at the end. So one of the things that I've been using MyFitnessPal for, which I'm not an affiliate of yet, is to put in my recipes so that I can get an idea of what my net carbs will be, and I can add ingredients and take away ingredients, so I know if I'm getting a little too heavy on the vegetables or something else that might be carb heavy, that I can take that out and maybe sub it for something that has a little less net carbs in. MyFitnessPal now will calculate the net carbs for you, which is awesome, and it helps to keep track of the macros throughout the day. I kind of am I guess what you call a lazy keto, in that I just concentrate really on what my net carbs are for the day. On my vegan days, I tend to go up closer to 25 to 30 grams of net carbs because I am eating more vegetables on those days. But I also think that that's really important for you. I think we need all of the nutrients that we can get from the vegetables that we eat, which is why I'm trying the vegan keto a few days a week. Anyway, it looks like our butter is ready, and I'm going to get these mushrooms sauteed now. I do like to add the pink Himalayan salt anywhere that I can in my meals throughout the day, because it does help with the keto flu and from getting too dehydrated. And the minerals in here are really things that we need and we don't get enough in our diet. Okay, so these mushrooms are all nice and sauteed up now. I'm going to break up the tofu and add it to the pan. So I like to just crumble it like this. I will say that press did a really good job. This is pretty dry, and there was a lot of water in that tofu. Let's see, get it nice and crumbled up. I like to have it really crumbly. Now I know that there are a lot of you out there that are like, ugh, tofu. You're probably not vegan if you say that, but I like the taste of tofu if it's been either air fried or pan fried, or like this where I'm doing a scramble where I can get it even drier. I definitely don't like it mushy. I do like it much better when it's dried out and a little browned, I guess. We're gonna stir that up with the mushrooms and the butter that I put in there before. And like I said, I'm gonna just let this cook until it gets a little brown. I'll add a little more salt and pepper to that. That's cooking. I am going to cut up some spinach. I don't particularly like big, even though it's baby leaf spinach, so it's small leaves, but even still, I'm not a big fan of putting like a bunch of it in like this. So I like to sliver it up before I add it to my dish. Pretty much almost any dish I make, but especially anything that I'm sauteing up. it's a little bit browned, I am going to add some turmeric, which is a lovely anti-inflammatory spice, but it also gives the tofu a golden color, so it really does kind of look like scrambled eggs. Just a couple of sprinkles of that, and then I will stir that around. And as you can see, the tofu's just turning a nice golden color. In the past, I've added onion, especially my favorite sweet Vidalia onions, to the tofu scramble. Unfortunately, onions, because they grow below ground, have a lot more sugar in them than a lot of other vegetables, and they do have a lot of net carbs. So I've started using them very sparingly when I'm cooking for keto. Okay, I'm going to add the spinach in here, and we're just going to cook it until it wilts. Okay, while that is cooking down, I am going to top my scramble with some broccoli sprouts. I don't know if you guys know how healthy broccoli sprouts are for you, but they're the bomb. It has something called sulforaphane in here, which I will put up here because I can't pronounce anything. And it helps to reduce inflammation, just like the turmeric does. It also helps to detoxify the body, and it helps with your free radicals. So it just kind of helps cleanse the body. It's also supposed to help prevent cancer. It's supposed to help with your brain activity. It's just supposed to be all around like a really good nutrient-rich item that you can get almost all of the nutrients you need in a tiny little like tablespoon like this. So we're going to chop those up and put it on top of the scramble when it's done, which it is close to here now. So I'll just plate that. Ooh, dropping it. Ah. Hey, look how pretty. I'm going to throw some nutritional yeast on here as well, which has some protein in it. I'm just going to do a little pinch, so probably, well, let's do 2 pinches. So maybe right about a teaspoon is probably what that is. Love the nooch, love the nooch. One of my favorite things. We're going to chop up these broccoli sprouts and throw them on top as well. Sprinkle them, all that nutritional yumminess. As a friend of mine says, add a little razzle dazzle to that tofu scramble. For some extra added fat today, we'll do half of an avocado. Spread that out there so it looks nice and pretty. And we are going to sprinkle that avocado with some sea salt or Himalayan salt and a little bit of the everything bagel spice, which is everybody's favorite right now. There is my brunch at 3:15. We'll see how hungry I am at the end of the day today. Okay, it is about 7 o'clock and I am getting ready to fix myself an egg roll in a bowl, vegan style. So I'm going to be using the garden groundless or beefless ground. I am going to add like some red pepper flakes to it because usually this recipe calls for pork when you're making it non-vegan. So I'm going to throw a little spice in there with the pepper flakes, but otherwise everything is pretty straightforward. I like to add some hemp hearts in there just to give me a little more protein and fat. I'll let you know how it is. My dinner is ready and I am going to eat it now. It took about 20 minutes to make, maybe 15. I probably spent a little more time on it than I needed to. And I've also got my 4th bottle of 20 ounces of water to finish up as well. I'll see you back in just a bit when I do my little sweet treats and some nighttime tea before I go to bed. Oh my God, y'all, the most disgusting thing just happened to me. I was going to start making my little brownie bites for dessert tonight, and I pulled out my almond flour to make them with, and it was full of bugs. Ugh. So lesson learned, if you don't know this, I definitely have learned this now. Put your almond flour in a Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge because clearly the bugs like it. They're not in anything else of my baking stuff, so I don't know what it is about the almond flour that they really like, but needless to say, it got thrown out. So a waste of like $8 and yeah, just yeah. So instead, I am going to try to make these with coconut flour and coconut butter instead of regular butter. I will let you know how they turn out. Oh, you guys, you caught me in a hot flash. One of the reasons that I'm doing keto is to see if I can get rid of some of these hot flashes that I keep having. They have gotten better during the daytime, and I think they're a little bit less at night. I have to keep track of my sleep to make sure that that's the case, and I'll let you know. It is about 8:30, and I am going to have my little chocolate coconut balls that I made, and I'll have to let you know how those go. I am having my first cup of nighttime tea. I have been using this Sleepy Time Echinacea tea for my nighttime tea the past couple of nights, just because, you know, it's fall, and these days it's good to do pretty much anything you can do to keep your immune system up. Like I did in the video last week, I am going to post the macros so that you will be able to see what the macros were for today and what the total net carbs were. As I said earlier today, these vegan days I tend to go a little bit over 20 net carbs, which I know is kind of the goal for dirty keto, but because so much of what I'm eating is vegetables that bring the extra carbs, I feel like it's okay to go up to maybe closer to 30 on the vegan days. But again, we'll have to see if it works. If I lose some weight, if the hot flashes go away, if maybe my pants get a little looser, that would be reason to celebrate. It is getting ready to be jean season, so we will see. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I am enjoying doing these series of what I eat in a day. I hope it helps you out, and I would love to hear any feedback from you. I'd love to hear back from you if there are vegan keto recipes that you enjoy that I might enjoy adding into my vegan keto days. If you are finding these videos helpful, please subscribe, and if you know someone else who might like them, please share, because sharing is caring. Also, if you'd like to follow me over on Instagram, I'm there as gen-xer.gypsy as well. I will post stuff about keto, I post stuff about projects that I'm doing on my little trailer remodel, and just other miscellaneous life things. If you like the videos, you'd probably like the Instagram posts too. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.